Netherlands' best bike rides. Cycling to Delft, Gouda and Rotterdam. The Hull ferry let us out at Europort and we were eager to be off. We met up with these two little roses, the one on the front's from Yorkshire and the one on the back's from Lancashire. We went first, as often is the case, to Rozenburg, crossed over the river Shore to Maassluis. It felt so good to be back in the Netherlands. Just about everybody's cycling heaven. It was Sunday morning, so not too many folks about, and because we'd found this ace cafe, Monsieur Paul, we'd not bothered with breakfast on the ferry. Next, another departure from our usual practice, in that we went westwards along the top of the shore towards Hoek of Holland. And pretty soon we came across one of the biggest movable structures in the world. It's a storm barrier on the river shore, and it's called the Maassluis. We continued west on the lovely cycling track on the top of the seawall dike and went past the two Harwich ships. We noticed Andy had picked up a friendly passenger. This was a bit of a boring route up the coast, but we're struggling to find somewhere new to go in the Netherlands now, but we keep going. Away from the coast, the journey perked up a little bit, became more interesting.
You're funny, you.
We just love the privileges that cyclists are afforded in the Netherlands. It's just incredible. What a great mindset.
We were forced into another stop.
This cafe was along a lovely stretch of water called the Zweth. Then we hit Delft and found our lovely hotel, and the owners wanted their photograph taken outside. How nice. They didn't know that Ray was hanging out their top window though. The autumn leaves had fallen, and unfortunately the night before so had somebody's bracelet into the canal. The Netherlands never fails to surprise and entertain. Even got a little bit of sunlight. And this very Dutch machine was something for clearing the canals of too much weed. Oh, we even had to go on a little bit of real road. Not for long though, we were soon off it again and back onto a proper cycle track. We pedalled cross country from Delft towards Gouda just to sit in the square and have a beer, for no other reason than because we could. In Gouda's town square, we sat round in a cafe and Frank entertained us with his Roly Birkin impressions. Dinosaurs! The town square itself was somewhat spoiled by a visiting fair. Didn't detract though. Gouda's still absolutely fabulous. On the River IJssel, we came across some more storm surge barriers. So we took it upon ourselves to stop and have a bit of cheese and wine. Notice my new Ortlieb handlebar bag, by the way. Sort of gets in the way, doesn't it? Sorry about that. Then, once the Hollands IJssel had flowed into the new Maas, we went over it on the Van Brienen Noordbrug. Then down the dizzy descent off the bridge and back under it, going southwest. Andy was on the front and I think he could smell beer. Here we are. Look what he's found.
Whenever you bring a camera out, nobody says a word.
And at the end of this urban road was the SS Rotterdam, a 1950s cruise liner, and looked absolutely gorgeous. And it was our privilege to be able to stay on board for a night. Not too busy on the poop deck of an evening, an ideal selfie position. And because 4 out of the 5 of us were engineering types, we took it upon ourselves to book us a trip round the engine room and the machineries room, which was absolutely worth the money. The captain himself even gave us a guided tour. Well, I think it was the captain. Rather than hail a water taxi in the morning, we just went the pretty way round the basin and back into the hinterland of the Rotterdam docks proper. But after a quick left turn, we were once more into the lovely countryside and the perfect cycle tracks. We'd penciled in breakfast at this Feeds Cafe, but they welcomed all cyclists, no matter if your bike wasn't green and had pink tyres. Turns out Tim had indeed had breakfast on the SS Rotterdam. Sneaky. Back over the Groen Kruisweg Bridge, over the Oud Maas. This bridge we've been over a good number of times before. And because we'd engineered in a bit of time to spare, we managed to just have one quick visitation to the Breeze restaurant in its last week of opening before closing for the winter. Then it was back along the well-trodden route back to the P&O ship. Tonight we were aboard not the SS Rotterdam but the Pride of Rotterdam.
A somewhat less than usual way of disembarking the bicycles.
The whole port still hadn't got their loading ramp sorted for the cars and the bikes, so we went up to the passenger deck to go off. Thanks for sticking it out, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up, a like, medal, something like that, throw money, whatever.